Morning comments. How are we? All well, I hope. I feel like I'm doing a live, but I'm not. I'm waiting for people to interact and they're not going to. I've just got to keep talking to myself. It's a bit odd, but hey ho. Anyway, let's run through a skincare workshop. They're absolutely fab. They're really easy and really easy to do, easy to learn, and they're very laid back. And I find that the guests that come, they really like it. They like the hands-on experience because normally when I do parties, I used to just pick on the host and the host would sit there and then you do the demo on her. But this is really nice that we can sit around a table and play with all the products, and I'm finding that I'm getting more sales as well because of it, and also getting more long-term customers, which is what I want. I want repeat business. I don't want to just go hit them with buying stuff and then never see them again. My plan is to make them a long-term customer. That's what I try to do. That's what's in my head. Right, when you do a skincare workshop, it's really simple. You just need a basic skincare setup. I'll show you the bits that I take with me. I usually advertise it for say 6 to 8 people. You could have a couple of sit-ins. I'm just trying to think of like how many people can fit around a table. But say if you had 10, you could do it in 2 lots of 5. You know, while one group sat to the side just waiting, or they can help. But you can work it out anyway. But so far, I've not had over numbers, but I'm sure I'll work it out when I get to it. Or you might just have a house that's got a humongous table, which is brilliant. That's fine. Have as many as you want. So when you host coach, find out how many feasibly you can get around the table and how many you can get through. If you haven't got a tablecloth, it's good to invest in one. Bottle green or black are really good because they're quite forgiving if you get them messy and that, and then also they're in keeping with the Body Shop colours. But if you haven't got one, that's absolutely fine, and if the host has got one, you know, that's fine too. But you need something to protect the table because you will be getting water bowls and the products and things out. So just bear that in mind, that you probably will need one, or make sure that your host has got one. With regards to the bowls, all I get is these. I just went to Pound Stretcher and they were £1.29 each, and I just bought 10 of them. And they're just handy to have, and then if I want to get any more, and I can go and get some more in the future. But yeah, really easy peasy, and they're a good size as well. You get a decent amount of water in there, and your flannel and your products. So I would set up the table. So we'd have the cloth on the table. I would take a selection of skincare products with me. I personally just take, well, if you look on my pictures, you can probably zoom in and see some of the products that I take. But I normally take a vitamin E cleanser and toner. I take some of our core products, okay? So, because most people can use vitamin E. I also make sure that I've always got aloe cleanser and toner for people with sensitive skin. And then I take with me, I always have my chamomile cleansing balm. I'll show you how I use this in a minute. Always have a couple of moisturisers. I tend to take a gel-based one and a normal cream one, so that I can explain to people the difference of them, so that there's choices. I always take a couple of treatments with me, just to show that if they did want to fit in a bit of a treatment in between, that they can, and how that fits into a skincare regime. So always take one of the Essence lotions. It doesn't matter which one you take, you can take whatever one you want. There's 3 different types. And I always take a type of treatment, either the Oils of Life or the Drops of Youth, you know, whatever you want to at the time. You can take both if you wanted to. But I find if you keep it simple, sometimes if you have too much out, it can get too confusing, not only for yourself, but it can for them as well. Once you've done the basic cleanse, tone, moisturise with them, then you can look at, and as you're talking to them while you're doing it, you can talk about different skin types and that, and then you can talk about what ranges would be better for them, okay? But the best thing to do is just to start with the basics, because most people, you'll be amazed, actually don't cleanse, tone and moisturise. So, you know, we think that's really simple and straightforward, and I sometimes feel like I'm teaching people to suck eggs, but you'd be amazed how many people don't do it and don't do it regularly. So, you know, they will be hanging off your every word. So be confident in doing that, and just, it is a basic cleanse, tone, moisturise, okay? And then we look at the treatments. What I also do as well at every skincare workshop is demo our peel, because it's a fantastic visual, as you all know. It's really good. It just shows you all the crap that's coming off your skin. Everybody really enjoys it. It's a bit of like, oh my god, you know, it gets people talking and like, look at yours, and yours is worse than mine, and blah blah blah. But what it does as well is it will leave their skin feeling really, really nice as well, because you should get rid of your dead skin at least a couple of times a week. So as we go through the workshop, I would say when we need to use that and explain it and what it's for. Also, always have a hand wash on the table. You can get our ones, or you can just get a normal antibacterial wash. Just pass it around to everybody at the beginning and just ask them if everybody could just wash their hands first. In your kit, you will have got little spatulas. These. Always have a handful of those out on the table. And when your guests put on their products, ask them to use these, not their fingers. Okay? It's important that they do that, because you're going to be taking these to, you know, for other people to use. So you need to keep them hygienic. And when you come back, if you just get into the habit of just keeping them clean, wiped over, because when you get them out again, people ain't going to want to go to it. It's not going to look very nice if things just look all messy and gunky from where people have played with it before. So make the effort. When I get home, you know, I don't do it that day, but I put all the bowls, flannels and stuff on the side and my kit, and then the next day I clean it all up, so it's good to go, ready for the next time. Everybody should have a headband as well. So you would lay I'll show you in a minute, but yeah, a headband and a flannel, okay, and some cotton pads, okay. So the cotton pads I'll just open up and put them in bowls on the table. The cotton pads and the headband you can buy on our business tools. So we get these at a reduced price, so look on there for those. But any headband will do really on cotton pads, but it's a good bit of advertising for us because it's got Body Shop on there, and obviously it's got Body Shop on there as well. So I just think it makes it look a bit more professional. Wish flannels, again, we do flannels, muslin cloths, the rubbery type one, you could get those. Or you could just go like I did. I went to the pound shop and I just got a bundle of them for them to wash their faces with. To dry their face, I either, when I host coach, check with the host and say, have you got 6 to 8 hand towels that we can have? Or would you like me to ask all the guests? Or she can ask the guests to bring their own, so that they've got something to dry their face with as well. And it just means that if you ask the host to do it or get the guest to do it, then it's a bit less for you to carry around because you're lugging stuff about. Everything that I take normally, it just fits into my green trolley case and maybe a bag of something extra, because I just need to fit the stuff in the bowls. Okay, and I also, as well, on the table, always have just a couple of new products laid around. So I have the White Musk Flora there, and I get everybody to have a spray, so it's just nice. And the cactus, something from the cactus range at the moment. So, but you could pick any product you wanted to that you really enjoy or like, just have it on the side and then just give everybody a squirt. Just makes them feel nice. Right, so your table will be set up. Look at the pictures on my group to show how I do it. I mean, how the actual layout is. I mean, obviously, tailor it to what you want to do. But basically, everybody has a place. On their place, so this is going to be a placemat. What we do is with the old catalogues, or actually not the old one, make more sense actually to get a current one, take the pages out and then we pop them, just one page, and then we pop them into these clear, I can't remember what you call them, file thingies, and use that as their placemat to put their bowl on top of. So it acts as two things because it protects the table as well, but also they can just be looking at that while they're doing their facial, and it's just there as a visual. So on some of them it's about hosting a party, so what they would get if they'd done their own party and all the host rewards. One of them I might turn it around that way and it's about joining, so it's about the job. This is what the host would pay. This is what you've probably heard me mention before, PPP, Perfect Party Pitch. I will do another video separate to that, I think, explaining that, but it just shows you that what the host pays and what the RRP would be, okay, on the whole range. So they can look through there, all the prices are crossed out, and it shows you what you could pay if you hosted a party. And you just pick a couple of ranges that you like. So I like the British Rose, and then also I've done it all for the makeup brushes. But so you would just lay that down, and then you would just literally just stick your bowl on top of it. And then I just pop on my headband there, and I just pop my flannel there, and then I have the products just laid in the middle of the table, and it's as simple as that. Then when people come in, I just get them to sit down, and usually they all arrive at the same time for these types of things, and just introduce myself, just say hello, I'm Carmen, I'm an area manager for the Body Shop at home, and yeah, let's get on and get going with this skincare workshop. And then I find it's better to just talk as you go, so rather than sitting there and panicking about doing some presentation, and you know, people get a bit flustered with that, and also people are going to start like itching to like get touching the stuff. So if you know, it's a bit like kids when you put sweets on the table, you say don't touch. It's a bit like that with the women, they're like itching to get the stuff. So I find it's better if you just start saying, right, everybody, then get your headbands on. So that's what I would do first. So I'm just going to show you. Get your headband on. So yeah, put it on. Actually, I won't put it on, but yes, get everybody to put the headband on, because that's good, because you're going to be taking pictures and that as well. The first thing that I ask everybody to do is I talk about our chamomile cleansing butter, and just how absolutely amazing this product is, and that everybody should have one. We use this at night to take off makeup or the grime from the day. So you don't have to wear makeup to be using this product. Everybody should use it. Lots of people wash their face and then they find that they haven't actually taken off everything. They can actually wash their face, then go and use that, and then they see they've still got more on there. You use this first and then you wash your face. It's called double cleansing. So we do this at night. So I usually have 3 or 4 pots on the table, because I would, sometimes I have double of the products I've got, just depends how many people I've got coming, just so it's down the table and we don't have to keep, well, it's fine to pass it around, but if I've got the stock, I will take it with me. And then I would just say to everybody, grab the chamomile butter and pop it on your face, okay? And just keep talking while you're doing it, okay? So this is your chance to talk about the product. Everybody had one of these in their kit. I would really recommend getting one with your free shopping if you haven't got one. And then you would say to the customer, or the people at the table, sorry, right, and you rub it in, and as you rub it in, you can feel it changes from a balm to an oily consistency. It's suitable for all skin types, including people with oily and acne prone skin. It's actually really good for people who've got acne, because it gives you a really, really deep cleanse. You're putting a nice little bit of oil in your face, which you should do. Lots of people who suffer with acne dry their face out too much, and then all it does is makes your skin want to produce more oil, so it just keeps producing it. If you pop a bit of oil in there, it counteracts that and it stops it keep over producing the oil. So it's good to, if you've got acne prone skin, to pop a bit of oil in. Then I would get everybody to grab a couple of cotton pads, and you can either make these damp, I use them dry. It's just preference, and then I just wipe it off. And then I get everybody to start looking, and they love that, at their face. And as you can see, my face is going a bit red. That's because I'm quite aggressive with it. If your customers' faces start to go red, and they go, oh, am I reacting to it? Just say to them, if it's tingling a little bit, that's absolutely fine. It's normal to have a sensation when you're using a new product. If it starts to really burn, really sting, then yes, obviously we're having a bit more of a reaction, so we would just get it washed off. But that hasn't happened yet, but it's okay for things to just tingle, feel a bit different, even a little bit stingy, not too stingy, but it can be just your skin getting used to a new product. And most of the time when your face is going red, it's because you're rubbing it and you're bringing the blood up to the surface, okay? So don't panic. And then I just use our paper bags, the little ones that we get deliveries in, my spare ones, and I just fold over the top, and then I get people just to pop their cotton pads, their used ones in there, so we keep the table tidy and keep the stuff away. Just every now and again, just pass it around and go, right, can everyone put those dirty ones in? Okay, right, then before this, I'd done all this, I would have made sure that everybody had warm water in their bowls before we started. You sometimes find a couple of times during it you need to refresh the bowls because they get a bit mucky. And then I would then get everybody to Then have a wash. So that would be filled with water, and I would get everybody to have a wash and take off the cleansing, the excess cleansing balm. I'll quickly do it now. So 2 seconds. Let me just get some water. Should have had it done already. Back. So yeah, I would have got everybody to, when they've sat down, the water would be, I go with the host and we go and fill it all up. And yeah, so then you would just get everybody to take off the excess balm. Now remember, this is what they do at night. And some of them might ask you to write it down, how they do it and what order they do it in. And then you just get them to use their handhelds and pat their faces dry. And remember, again, like I said, just keep talking to your customers, the guests, while you're going. Chat about whatever you want, and then but try and keep it relevant to the products. Then I would ask them to pick a cleanser or a toner. I would ask the people that have sensitive skins to go for the aloe. And if everybody's else just got normal skin and that they have no reaction to vitamin E products, just to go with the vitamin E. First thing we would say to them is to cleanse and use the cleanser. And you do this in the morning. You can cleanse and tone at night as well. So you can do your balm at night, then tone and moisturise. But using the balm is just to show you how you take your makeup off at night. Okay. So that's your double cleanse, okay? And then after they've cleansed, then we use a toner to take off any of the excess cleanser left behind. And it closes up your pores a bit for you, just defines the edges of them a bit more. And that's that. Then, before I moisturise, this is where I'd want to show the peel. I would say to them that a couple of times a week they should remove the dead skin from their face. It makes everything, it has a positive knock-on effect for everything else. You can't moisturise dead skin, so it's really good that if you get the dead skin off, your moisturisers will work much, much better. Your makeup sits on your face much, much better as well, because it's not all stuck on the dead skin. There's two choices. They can use a peel or they can use an exfoliator. So like there's the daily cleansing polish, which they can use every day, or the vitamin C microdermabrasion. So it's choices. It's whether they prefer, some people prefer a scrubby scrub, as I call it, and then some people prefer our peels, okay? So this is a really important part of the routine, is that they do this a couple of times a week. And then you just get everybody to just put a dollop like that. Ooh. And then they've got to rub it in quite quickly, okay? And as they're doing it, they will see that it's starting to ride off their face. As you can see, I've not done mine for a few days, so I'm getting a good result. Spent so much time doing everybody else's. It's a bit like that. And you think, hang on a minute, I ain't done me. And look at all that coming off. It's amazing. And it's such a good visual, and everybody likes it, and then they can all sit there and go, ugh, that's gross. So for 20 seconds, no longer than that. And then I would recommend to everybody that they do it in the evening, this, or before you're about to go and have a shower, not as just if you're just having a wash and then putting your makeup on, because sometimes you can get some excess stuck on your face, so you've got to be careful, and in your hair a little bit, because it is a bit goopy. But if you have a good wash, you'll get it off. But I find it's just easier if I just do it and then jump in the shower, and then I know I've got it all off. That's the bits where it gets stuck, so make sure people go right up there, and get it away from the hairline. And then just dry their faces. And then at some parties I do this, I sit there and do it with them. It depends how many there are of them. Or sometimes I just stand there and I will give them instructions how to do it. It normally depends. If there's a spare place at the table, I'll sit down with a bowl and I'll do it as well. But I've done both, whereas sometimes I just stand there and I just talk them through it, what to do. Okay, so just to recap, all you've done is ask your customers to sit down, introduce yourself, ask them to pop on a headband. They've taken their makeup off with the chamomile cleansing balm and the cotton pads, and then washed off the excess, cleansed and toned, and then popped on a peel. Okay, so now we're at the stage where we can moisturise our faces. Just grab my thing. So before we moisturise, then this is where we will pop in treatments. Now it's up to you. You don't have to talk about treatments if you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable about it yet. It's up to you, or you can build it in. You could go from doing the peel, then go straight into applying a moisturiser and talk about that. Or you could do what I'm going to do, is talk to you about the treatments. I'll just show you. Right, on each of our ranges, we have an essence lotion. We have Drops of Youth, Drops of Light, and Vitamin C. An essence lotion prepares your skin for the products that you're going to put in. So like your serum and your oils. It helps your skin to suck the product in. It hydrates your face and it makes sure that you get the best results from any treatments you put in. I find it really refreshing and hydrating anyway, about the fact that it does this, pulling all your products in. But I say to my customers, if they're going to bother using a Drops of Youth concentrate or a Oils of Life, they should get the essence lotion so that they maximise the use of the product. Okay, this you just put on a bit like a cologne. The Oils of Life is a bi-phase, so it's oil and water, and this is just like a very slight water gel, and then you just warm it up in your hands and you just rub it all over your face, and it's just really nice and hydrating. It gets your skin really hydrated, really ready to take in any products that you're going to put on your face. So that's your way of linking that in. People might not want to take you up, but it might take them a little while to convince themselves, because it's it's a product they don't know, they don't understand. But I would push to try and get them to get that, so that they get the optimum results from the concentrate or the oils that they use. Then I mix and match all my products. I put on what I feel my face needs. I absolutely love the Oils of Life, so the drops. So I would put this on in the morning and just put a couple of drops on, warm it up in my hands, and I just press it in first for the points that I want, and then I just rub in. At this point as well, I would also mention our eye products, that we have quite a few. We have one from the Vitamin E, we have a Refreshing Eye Cube. We also have the Drops of Youth Eye Concentrate, which is really good for people who want to address wrinkles and lines around their eyes. We have the Drops of Youth Eye Mask, That's fab for if you just want that instant pick me up look, and it's supposed to give you the look of like you've had a power nap. You can put that on. You can put it on at night to go to bed in, so it just gives you a more intensive treatment. So you just put it on a bit thicker, so it's like a mask. We also have the Oils of Life eye cream. That again, it's a replenishing and revitalizing. It's got caffeine in it, and that helps with dark circles underneath your eyes, so it gives you more of a wide awake look. So the Oils of Life one is addressing dark circles and giving a more youthful appearance. The Drops of Youth one is addressing bags and wrinkles underneath your eyes. Okay, so they're two different products. So again, like I said, it's up to you whether you want to pop that in to it or you want to leave it out to feel a bit more confident about talking about them. It's up to you. So you could skip that, just do cleanse, tone, peel, and then straight to your moisturiser. I always show them that we have two different types of moisturiser. We have one that's gel based, and then we have ones that are just cream. Gel based are nice if you are quite active. It's nice to have in warmer weather. It's just a bit more breathable on your face. It's good if you're a woman of a certain age like me as well and getting hot sweats. So we do have, so the vitamin C is one that I take with me, the Glow Boosting Moisturiser, because it smells absolutely gorgeous. And then also the vitamin E, and I also I have the aloe with me, so that you've got ones for people with sensitive skin as well, a day cream that is. And then I would just pick the one that I want and then just get them to use their spatula and then just take out a scoop. Remember, with all our products, we don't need much. The product should never ride underneath your fingers other than the peel, because that's what it's supposed to do. But if people put products on, they say, all right, it's riding under my fingers, they're putting on too much. It should just sink in. And then if you feel that you want a bit more afterwards, then put a bit more on. Okay. And then that's that. And then I usually, so remember this is just skincare, this isn't looking at makeup. I usually finish off with our Skin Reviver. I'm just going to have to go and grab it because I forgot to bring it with me. 2 seconds. And I always finish off with our Vitamin C Skin Reviver. This is absolutely fab product. I use it as a primer for my foundation. So after I've cleansed, toned, moisturised, then I always finish with this, okay? You can use it during the day as well, just to even out, smooth out your skin tone, and it just refreshes your look, refreshes your makeup look. So as you can see, got quite a shine on me from all the products, which I don't mind. I like a glow, but this usually just mattifies it down a bit for me, and it just makes your face nice and smooth. And again, it's a really nice, very visual product. It's instant once you put it on people. It's like talcum powder. Okay, and then I would be good to go with my makeup then. So then I would go straight into, I wouldn't do the makeup there. I usually, because I've done this in the evening, everybody be ready to go home to bed. You can switch in the moisturisers instead of taking the day ones. You could take sleeping creams with you as well. But basically it's getting people to see the basic cleanse, tone, moisturise, okay? So it's up to people whether every night they should do the chamomile cleansing balm in the tin. That's what you're pushing for, to get people to use that at night. Then wash their face, then follow it either with a cleanse, tone and moisturize, or just a moisturizer. Okay, because some people don't want to, or they can't be bothered to do the toning again at night. But in the morning, they should cleanse, tone and moisturize every single day. Okay, so in the morning, that's a different routine. Then you would get them to cleanse, tone and moisturize. Okay. And then also on your table, what I forgot to say is get a couple of mirrors, get a few. I've got to get some more. I'm going to look for some collapsible ones, but I want some more like this, but they're just a bit easier to carry because these are a bit clunky. But I am going to look for some that I can just sort of sit down, and it's just so that everybody's got their own mirror rather than having to share. Okay, and then that's it. And then you would just ask people, how does their face feel? Is it nice? Yeah, do they like it? Which products do they think that they liked? And the conversation usually gets going, and people are already starting to ask, oh, what do you think would be good for my skin? And which range would you recommend? And then it just flows and it just goes on from there. Anything that you're not sure about, anything that you don't know, just say, I don't know, but I can find out for you. Okay, so, and what you can do is you can either try and find out there and then, just message one of us, message the team chat, and one of us might be able to answer you straight away. If not, you can just put a note on their order form and just know that they're looking for this, this and this, and that you will get back to them. Okay, so, but don't worry about things you don't know. You are not going to know everything about every single product. Okay, but try and teach yourself the basics. The basics are our core ranges, which is our aloe, the vitamin E, the seaweed, and then your tea tree. Tea tree and the seaweed I don't take with me to my parties. They are in the book, but if people then say that they would like, then you can steer them towards them products once they're there. But I like to mix and match all across the ranges as well, so I would never recommend anybody to use everything in the tea tree range, because it would just be too much, it'd be too dry in. So you mix and match across the products so they get the best of what they want, but it's not over the top all of one product from the same range. Okay, so that's your basic skincare workshop. I'm going to follow it with a makeup one after this, and I'll post that because I'm going to put my face on now. Yeah, and that's it. So I will post this, and then if you have any questions from it, then we can do a Zoom. But if you can watch it, let me know, let me know that you've watched it, so then I know who has and who hasn't, and then we'll have a Zoom, and then we see how we feel, and then we see if you can get out there and start doing your own skincare workshops, because honestly they're really good for sales and really good for repeat custom. Okay, so I'm going to go now and start another video for doing the makeup, and I'll post this one onto the group. All right, see you soon. Bye.